Monday Night Live, and we have some special guests tonight. Now, I know Zeke's expecting me to say he's our special guest, and he is.
He is special.
He is special. But our really special guest is Zach.
A different kind. There he is.
There's Marty. Or see what you do? You just always never say people's names,
Squirrel.
Especially in front of old people like me.
Nice shirt.
Anyway, Zach from ZachsGunBelts.
Hey guys.
And then
What's up, Zach?
I asked Zach to come on tonight. I was hopefully going to plug his. Let him tell us a little bit. I forgot to mute the YouTube side of it. I was getting feedback. Sorry. So anyway, there's Tal Flater Mouse next to Zach.
Tater.
There's Tater Mouse. There's GQ Prepper. I meant to click on you as I talked to you or said your name. Anyway, and that's me, Goober, on the end. And there's Left Hand on the other end. Hey, Left Hand.
Hola, amigos.
Hola. Alex got Spanish 1 this year. He's so excited for 8th grade. And I told him he was got this Spanish 1, which is like a...
Can you take penicillin for that?
High school Spanish. He got selected for Spanish 1. It's it's the high school courses they start teaching. And anyway, I'm going to not brag on him, but anyway, I told him he needs to start teaching me a little Spanish. Because anyway, so let's get straight to the point of tonight's broadcast. I had asked. I'm trying to take Zeke's advice and be more organized.
You have like a bulleted list in front of you?
No, I don't have anything. But I did get a message from Zach about his gun belts, and I watched a few videos, and they are just superb. And I watched was it Pete from the Armory channel did a review, or did he do a review, or did it's just an unboxing? But anyway, he shows the belts, and then I don't know if y'all know Ebomi. I watched his video on them. And these are just really high quality. And the website is it ZachsGunBelts.com?
No, it's not ZachsGunBelts.com.
Dadgummit, Zachs.
Close.
Let me put it on you. You
But
talk, Zach.
yeah, let me get on here and get that domain.
I'm tongue-tied, so you go ahead and talk.
I went there and got a virus, man.
No, it's Zach's GunBelts. ZACH gunbelts.com. And Ebomi did a review, and then he did a great review, and Pete from the Army channel did a great review as well. You know, Pete is a great guy. He's I don't know if any of you guys have ever talked to him on the phone, but we ended up talking for about an hour, and I sent him a belt too, and he has his own particular style of reviewing stuff if you haven't noticed. But he's just kind of the pure, New England guy, and no BS. And so he's a great reviewer.
We're not here to plug Pete now. We're here to plug.
Oh, I know. I'm just giving him.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know. But he was one of the first guys initially contacted about giving. I told you last night that I don't send belts out just to anybody. I like to watch the channels and make sure that they're quality reviewers like yourself, and
not ours. We will never get a belt.
Well, I told Zach. I said I'm going to pay for mine because I'm not a good reviewer, and I won't feel guilty.
Well, it's
when you badmouth it.
You gotta feel people out. You can feel people out when you watch their videos, and you know that they really are really into the particular product, and Pete was one of those guys, and Ebomi was the same way, and I called you, Tony, just the same way, and it's a great way to do marketing over the internet and get the word out with YouTube. And
so how long have you been making gun belts?
Well, I started. I've been wanting to do. My initial goal was to make boots, and like kind of a workman style cowboy boot. But that dream is still sort of alive, but the amount of equipment that you have to have is baffling. You wouldn't think so, but there's all types of machinery. Like you're talking $25,000-$30,000 in just machinery alone to make boots, and so that I've been wanting to do that for years, and so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to dive in and just start doing some belts where kind of more accessible. You don't need a lot of stuff per se to get started. And a lot of people ask me, why don't you do holsters and whatnot? I just wanted to keep it simple because I think if you do holsters, you do belts, you do iPad notebooks or whatnot, you kind of get too tied up into doing too much stuff. And
I think it's a good idea to keep it simple.
It is, and it gives you more options, and the more choices that people can have in terms of buying a product, especially if you're going to be wearing it every day, and it does serve a purpose, believe it or not. Then I think personally that the more choices that you give people is a better thing to do, and that's what I kind of pride myself on doing, is just the amount of choices that you have, and the thread color, the colors that you can choose, and the buckles and whatnot. But there's a lot of belts out there, and a lot of belt makers out there that do a great job. So for me, it's just the pleasure of doing belts and getting to meet the people and doing exactly what they want and trying to work out. I made a navy belt, a navy colored belt for this guy down in Puerto Rico. I was like, hey, you don't do brown. I didn't see this. You don't do navy blue on your website. And is there any way you can do it? I'm like, well, I could try to, and it came out pretty well, or pretty nice. And but that's kind of what I pride myself in doing. I have so much fun doing it, and talking to people like yourself and other reviewers. It's just a blast to be able to make a product for them and hand them out, and it actually serves a function. And there's a lot of people that you can go to, but I really appreciate it in terms.
Hey Zach, this is Left Hand. Tell me a little bit about the materials you use to make your belts.
I do typically. I've been using double shoulder lately, which is kind of if you're looking the animal right in front, you stand face to face. It's kind of the two sides. This is where you can see the shoulders of the steer. Just kind of the two sides. That's called a double shoulder, and then you can get two. You can get a side of leather, which is basically from the head to the tail. That's a side. And the double shoulder is essentially exactly what it sounds like, up from the belly up to the spine to the double shoulder. And that I find that's a pretty good piece of leather because the thickness tends to be pretty consistent. A lot of the sides that you get can be thicker, it can be thin, and so it doesn't to me, in my experience, it doesn't have too much consistency to it. So I like to use the double shoulder because you get like a good 6 or 7 ounce thickness. And when I say 6 or 7 ounce thickness, it means basically the thickness of the leather. And they do it by 2 ounce, 3 ounce, 4 ounce, 6 ounce, and go all the way up to 14 ounces of big, thick old piece of leather. But that seems to be nice. It's working pretty well. There's less waste with double shoulder, so that's really important to me. When you buy the whole sides of the cow, there's so much waste, and so you have to think about that from a business perspective. But I like the double shoulder. It tends to be a little bit softer, and therefore provides somewhat flexibility because a lot of these belt makers out there, man, their belts are so stiff and so uncomfortable that you just don't wear it. And so that's kind of what I like to do is to use that particular type of piece because, or part of the cow, because it doesn't get super stiff and it still provides the rigidness that you do need to support the firearm or whatnot. And but I've had people call me and complain to me about putting these kydex or inserts in the belts, and they do provide that rigidness for the firearm, but they end up don't wearing them because they're just so uncomfortable. And so
what do you use for the buckles?
Buckles, it's pretty much, we're basically my suppliers. I try to find as many cool buckles as I can. A lot of times my suppliers won't have them because they're pretty popular based on the shape. But right now, I currently have about 15, 16 types of different buckles that you can choose from.
Which one was that I ordered? The S5 was like the old brushed steel look, or
Yep.
was that?
Yep, it's a roller buckle. You have a square. I think you chose a square roller buckle, and I still have to try to find you one for the 1 1/4, because a lot of times.
Oh, it doesn't have to be 1 1/4 inch. It's fine.
Yeah, it may be a little bit small, or
Yeah.
or big for your 1 1/4 width, but it'll still look pretty nice. But I try my best to find the particular buckle that someone chooses, because a lot of the buckles don't come in as 1 1/4 or 1 inch widths or whatnot.
So your belts, they do have a little bend to them.
Yeah, they do.
I like that. I just hate people think you have to have a piece of AR-500 steel around your waist.
No, you don't. And, well, the thing is, people don't realize that.
Bulletproof.
Yeah, I mean, once you tighten down that belt, and you give me a size of say 38 inches, and you tighten down that belt to your waist, that belt's not going anywhere. And I found that the most important thing in the belt is the actual thickness of the belt, like the 1/4 inch, which basically that's how thick they come out. 1/4 of an inch, even a little bit thicker. But the most important thing is just to get the correct size, because to get that belt tight against your waist, therefore you're not going to have the holster lean or your firearm lean or anything like that. And it gives the proper support. But the belt being super stiff it's just kind of a double-edged sword, because if it's so stiff and you sit down, it starts digging in your side or your belly, and you're probably not going to end up wearing it. And so I try to make mine just a little bit more flexible. You can wear it a casual belt. You don't even have to wear a holster or a gun with it. You can go at night on a town or anything like that if you don't carry all the time. And they're still pretty stylish in that perspective as well. But I personally don't think a belt has to be super, super stiff, and I think that's a big misunderstanding that a lot of people have.
Well, yeah, I definitely can agree with that, because I've purchased 2 gun belts, and to this day they're still hanging in my closet. I use just still my regular belt instead, because they're too uncomfortable. They're too stiff.
Right, and it's a great point to bring up, because I think there is a fine balance between finding that particular belt that you will wear, because if you find yourself buying this belt and you're not going to wear it, and then what's the point? I mean, you will pay for a good, decent belt, but it's going to be constructed correctly. The one piece belts that you get to me are not really worth it, because it doesn't provide the strength or the stiffness that you need for the particular gun belt. But there's one-piece leather belts that they just don't do it, because those things just end up warping and just becoming too flexible, and it doesn't provide any support over time.
I want to ask you a question. I don't want you to take it like as a negative. What are your thoughts on having, like, because your belts are, they're high quality, and but they are expensive.
Yeah.
I don't mean to say they're expensive. I just mean have you ever thought about having like a thinner belt and having a less expensive line, or does that get into where you're selling so many they're not worth actually, there's no markup on them or something like that? Or
no, I don't know. I just I had a woman contact me actually yesterday or a couple days ago. She asked me if I did wholesale belts. And there's a store up in Georgia, in Gainesville, Georgia, that she was asking me if I would stock belts, and I'm like, well, it's kind of hard for me to do that, because they're all custom. She basically just wanted a brown and a black belt. She stocks Don Hume belts. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him. Mm-hmm. He's a good leather worker. He does great stuff, but I think he's turned into more of a wholesaler, stocker type. So the quality, I think, kind of dissipates after a while when you do that. When you stock wholesale and you pay less attention to each belt, I would like to stay with the same quality of belt that I do. These belts take up to 3 to 4 hours to do for each belt, and if I start doing all these wholesale belts, cheaper belts, thinner, or whatnot, I just feel that I think the quality would go down because I would feel rushed, and I never wanted to come to that point. But I do understand.
I don't think they're too expensive. I just wanted to bring that up for people who might be thinking.
Sure.
Because your first thought is, wow, $75 plus, whatever.
Yeah.
And I think you kind of have to have that conversation with.
Oh, sure. No, absolutely. And it's always.
But that's a lot of belt they're getting too. That's a really thick belt.
It is, but
thick
you
piece
have
of
to
leather.
also think about. I always bring up too. You have there's two different sides. There's two different types of people. People that are say, hey, man, there's no way I'm going to pay $75 for a belt. No way. I can go to Walmart, pay one for $20, $18 or whatnot, get a belt, and it works fine. But you know what? The belts, what they are missing is that they're not handmade. They're not double layered. They're not stitched correctly. They're not constructed correctly. They're made in China. You do get what you pay for, definitely. And I've seen, that's one of the things I do when I go to these big box stores, and any store particularly, or it can be any store. I go over to the belts and just look at it. It's really, you really have to put your hand on them to really notice it. But I understand. I do understand. There's people out there that say, hey, that's just way too expensive. But there's also people that know what quality is, and these belts will last forever.
Well, and you got the old saying too: broke people can't buy it twice.
Right.
If you buy something cheaper that's less quality, it's going to wear out quicker, and you're going to have to buy it again. So why not just pay the more money up front for it?
Right. But it's a hard economy. I understand. People just don't have $75, $85 to buy a belt, which I completely understand. It's just one of those things I think for a lot of people you do have to save up for, but it's worth it. It's just like buying a firearm. I mean, no one has 500.
They should do what I do. I dabble in leather work just for the fun of it, and what you find out is it's a lot more work than you think it is.
It is.
When I go to Tandy Leather, I get the leather, I get the the hardware, I get some tools to do the punching with and all that, the stitching. I try to stitch it by hand.
Oh yeah.
And I go back and try to make it, and that's why that roll that I was telling you about, it's been sitting in my shop for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's just at some point it's nice to be able to pay for you know what I mean. And once you kind of go through that exercise, you start to realize why things they cost the way they do.
Sure. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, and that just goes right back to the point of like why you asked me, in terms of why do you do kind of more of an economy belt? Well, because I would much rather give a product to somebody that saves the money and it pretty much gives me the money to build them a personal belt, because I know who I'm building it for. I give more time to it, and I like to think that I'm pretty detailed and make sure that I mean, you wouldn't believe how many times I've had to start over on belts. It's heartbreaking. I mean, doing 3 hour work, and then you get to the sewing machine, and then you screw up the stitching. It's just you have to literally start all over. And,
there's remind me after we get off here to get you the contact information. There's a girl out in California. I think the name of the company is Silk. And she's a sign language interpreter. She does like wallets and uses all kinds of different leather. I'll get y'all in touch. I could probably brainstorm on a few. She's actually wanting to dabble into getting into holsters too.
Oh, okay.
Soon, so.
Yeah, holsters is leather holsters in particular are another whole nother ball game.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
It's you have to buy the blue guns and you have to shape them correctly and.
I just stuck my Glock in a baggie.
Oh, you can do that.
I did. I stuck it in a baggie and I wrapped it around. I worked it.
I wear my Glock.
See the video. It's good.
Yeah.
I use my Glock thong.
Huh?
I use my Glock thong.
Yeah. No. I heated up, put it in hot water and got it really supple, whatever that word is.
Yeah.
And wrapped it around the.
Hey man, you're using some leather terminology there, brother.
Terminology, but
supple, again, man, I don't think the word supple is used with anything else besides leather.
But again, when it came time to buy a holster that I could count on, I bought one, from what's his name?
Walmart?
Yeah, no.
Sam Walton.
Sam.
Good
old
Lord. I tell you, I'm really getting old.
Joe?
I'm going to have to go. Now I'm going to have to go see who the...
Hey, Zach, what's Buffalo Trace?
Whiskey.
You
Sounds
don't know
like
what
whiskey.
that is yet?
Yeah.
You don't know you haven't tried that yet?
Oh, yeah.
Is that whiskey?
Heck yeah.
Okay, I see that on your website. I didn't know if that was a tanner or what that was.
No.
It looked like whiskey.
No, it's funny because this could be take it either way. But one of my best friends actually owns a liquor store here in Athens, Georgia. So he like brings over stuff. I'm like, hey, you want to try this? I'm like, okay, I guess I will. But Buffalo Trace has been one of those whiskeys I've really enjoyed. It's not too expensive. It's like $20 for $7.50 or whatnot.
Aegis.
I like
I
the
just
bottle.
thought of it.
It's cool
Aegis
looking.
holsters. That's I see. I know.
Yeah, you guys heard Aegis yet? Steven out in Flowery Branch. He's about an hour away from me. He does great stuff as well.
Oh, I just got one of his holsters, and they're really good.
Yeah. Yep.
What company is that?
I'm sorry.
What company was it?
Aegis. Steven. Aegis. Is it Aegis?
AEGIS.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
See, I always do the Tennessee way, and I pronounce it Aegis.
yeah.
So that's why you're throwing me.
Hey, don't make fun of my accent.
It's ours too.
You don't sound like you've refined your accent. I'll just be nice.
Yeah.
I wonder if I'll get paid if I like show this Diet Coke as I drink it.
No, they'll flag my video probably.
Man, you think about those guys. Who's that Russian guy?
FPS
Russia.
Yeah, I went to his channel last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like he hasn't done a video in like months because I think he got busted.
All right, we can't talk about him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to ask. I always like to turn things around. I want to ask Left Hand, what did you do this week in guns? I love that question that y'all do.
What did I do this weekend, Guns?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got a new AR pistol. If you heard our show Thursday, right here.
Ooh.
And I took it out shooting today.
Wow.
And it shoots really, really nice. It's a Seekins lower with an FN upper, and it's got a Troy rail and a Noveski barrel, 10.5 inch. And I really like it. It's pretty cool. I never thought I'd like an AR pistol, but
I'm going to see if I can.
pretty cool.
I'm going to
We
see
gotta
if I
make
can.
sure both of us have a camera so we can get videos of everything we both do.
I'm going to give you a clue on my next project.
I can't see it.
What is that?
Application to make and register a firearm.
That a baby.
Nice.
Is that for your printer?
Yeah, no.
You gonna make a BB gun?
That is funny though. I am thinking about becoming an FFL, but anyway, that's another story.
Oh.
Just bought a PPS 43, and you know how they come with the stock welded. I'm going to SBR it, so I'm going to put the original wood back on it. So
Cool.
Hey, when we come down next time.
I didn't mean to, buddy. You said pistol and the light bulb went off.
So what'd you do this weekend, Guns GQ?
Well, nothing as expensive as yours, but I had a little.
You have no idea what I paid for that.
Well, trust me, probably.
Or what he did for that.
No, I just got
It was cheap.
bought another Mawson. This is an M53, and I refinished it. I almost got the right color on there to make it look.
Wow, that looks good.
Nice.
I like the knot.
Yeah.
Knot right there.
Yeah, I thought they had some character to it, but these things are usually so, beat to heck that that you got to do something with them. You just can't leave them as is. I can't. They just, especially the 53s, because they usually all look like they've been through a wood chipper. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if I got one of those, I would have to refinish it as well, because there are so many of them, Yeah. But those are cool. I need to get one of those.
I'm really falling in love with that 7.62 by 25 round. I bought that CZ52 a couple of weeks ago, and I went out and shooting it. That's a cool round. And
Did you even clean that gun before you even took it out? Or?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't clean guns. I just shoot them.
You just throw them away when they get dirty?
Yeah.
We don't clean nothing here, boys.
But honestly, I haven't cleaned my Glock in probably 500 rounds. I need to go clean it. But no, I just did I just cleaned it. I just stripped it almost all the way down. And they're very interesting. Have you ever seen the inside of a CZ52? It's pretty cool. It has the little roller bearings and stuff on it. Hold 1 second. Y'all talk a second. I'll go get it.
So, Zeke, tell us what you did with guns this week.
Go to our YouTube channel and see it. No, I'm just kidding. Give him 2 minutes to go watch the video. No. I'm doing that dove hunt next Sunday. Next Sunday, Tony, not Saturday.
Okay.
And so I went and shot some skeet with a guy from work that invited me to that hunt. So he said I needed some practice.
I'm safety checking it.
And then I shot this for a little while. It was an A10. I went and shot some rounds out of this guy's gun.
Wait, let me put that.
He took some shots out of that.
These things are really cool. It has this little takedown lever, Doom a Flitchy, and look, the slide just pops right off. And that actually
how it's done, Tony.
That actually worried me because that
so we can see it.
That 7.62 by
Uh-oh.
Show us how it's not done, Tony.
That's funny.
Usually when someone says "uh-oh" when they're holding a gun, that's not a good sign.
Watch this, fellers.
I'm going to be like Tony. I'm going to stick
Hey, y'all, watch this.
Artisan thing on my
Don't
head.
pull a text grabber on us, Tony.
He's trying to get it back together and he can't.
I think I got it. No, I got it back.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Okay, y'all, no dead air. Remember, that's the rule.
This ain't dead air. This is comedy.
Please tell me you got one of these GPQ.
I want to ask
You can do it too.
a prepper a question.
No, I can't ever find them. They don't ever sell them here in Memphis.
Did y'all guys ever talk about like bug out bags and stuff like that?
I do.
Yeah, bag.
I don't really. I mean, it's just a preparedness bag. It's really not I have no plans of bugging out anywhere.
Yeah, I was just curious. I think it's crazy how people put together those things and what they have in them.
Oh, I've got one that's probably one of the crazier ones. If you check out my videos, I've got one. I think it took 2 or 3 videos to do everything in the bag. But I don't carry it around. It's just something that stays in the trunk of my car. It's
Sure,
just,
sure.
Something where I've got stuff that I need.
Right.
Yeah, I just did a first video I've done in a while because I'm kind of getting a reboot. I had to do a whole video on I am not a doomsday prepper because that's not how I approach things at all.
Oh, okay.
You're not.
Well, so, in a lot of circles, you'd be viewed as some kind of extremist for doing that.
Oh yeah, I absolutely. And I've got no problem with those people. I mean, they're prepared for whatever. It's just not. I don't prepare for things that I'm worried about in the future. I prepare so I'm better prepared for things I've already been through in the past.
Sure, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, but I've seen pictures of these. This form. I can't remember the forum that I went to, but they have this huge thread of hey, what's in your bug out bag, and it would range from bags being about this big to a huge 3,000 foot cubic inch backpack of what people would put in there, Hormel chili beans and stuff like that, and but it's interesting to see what people choose and their explanations of why they choose it.
I have chili beans in my bug out bag, along with clean underwear and extra toilet paper.
Well, I guess the good thing about having the chili beans in your bag, I guess no one will be following you, right?
Exactly.
Or you'll be easily found.
Keep people away.
Either one.
Like, we don't want to steal his stuff.
Now you can you see it now?
Better than pepper spray.
Now that I have the there's the takedown latchy thingy. Well, it's so easy.
That's the proper terminology, GQ.
You just pull that down, and I swear it's
Take
really
a party
cool.
thingy.
I think it is the takedown latch.
I like the Dimoflachi you used a minute ago.
But
Dimoflachi.
see the little rollers? That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh wow.
How do those engage the frame?
When you
Hey, can you make the video be on you constantly for a minute?
I'm trying to.
Got a little man crush there, left hand.
Is it not going?
No, it's called a gun crush. Gun porn, baby, gun
I
porn.
can't. Anyway, the action, forces this little piece in the middle to move out of the way so that the rollers can collapse.
Right.
But that's what locks up the action.
Okay. Now that's what you gave away or auctioned off.
No, I gave away P64.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not giving away my CZ52. I just got it. And besides, that 7.62 by 25 is a smoking little round, and I love it. So that's why I had to have. That's why I had to have a rifle.
I gotta be nosy. How much that cost?
This right here.
Yeah.
I bought this and this.
Man, you got to know something other, huh?
Just gonna pull out that squirrel.
Squirrel.
Is that what they call it now?
This is my squirrel gun.
You got a butt stock for it?
Little Arminius 22 Magnum for $350. I got both of them for $350.
Oh wow.
Both of them for $350.
Where?
Wow.
On shot?
Lucky.
See, I didn't even muzzle you. I got it from a friend at
Jaeger.
at the rifle club. He's one of the. I've been helping him with the new orientation video for new members, and we got to talk one day, and I said I was looking for a CZ52, and he was like, "I have a CZ52 for sale." I said, "No way." Anyway, I don't want to bore y'all with that.
No, it's not boring. I wish we had those here. To me, that's like one of the ultimate get to keep in your car and don't worry about it. It's.
Oh yeah, exactly. And the only thing bad about it is that round was good for, in battle because you didn't have to worry about who else you shot behind the guy you were shooting at.
Have y'all ever been to classicfirearms.com, I think it is? They usually have guns like that on there.
Yeah, it's just
Very reasonable price too.
I have yet to take that leap of buying anything buy any firearms online.
Yeah, I've never.
They ship it to an FFL.
Yeah, well the thing is, the Memphis FFLs, you hardly will get any of them that will take in online buy. And then when they do, they charge you like $80 or something like that. So.
Good Lord, mine only charges me $30.
No, that's what I've seen around here is 30 bucks.
Our girl charges us 10, doesn't she? No,
yep.
she
Yeah, that's
Saddle Shop.
Here's 10.
Saddle Shop in Triune, $10.
That's pretty good because I don't know what they pay for the background check.
GQ, you could drive the 3 hours up here, spend the $50, $60 in gas, pay
$10 background and then $10 transfer. So it's $20. It's $20 total. You got the $10 for the background and $10 for the transfer.
But I wouldn't hesitate at all to buy something like this on Gunbroker or GQ.
I wouldn't either. It's just the hassle with the local FFLs.
With the rating system on there, you get somebody that's got 1,000 sales, or whatever, and they got all A+. I mean.
Oh yeah, well I would buy. I have no problems buying something like that, but it's it's the local FFLs that I've got a problem with.
Well, we must be lucky because I've got 2 or 3 here I can work with, and they. But no, I have thought of becoming like when I retire. When I sell my construction company for $1 billion when I retire, and I have thought about becoming like a, getting the manufacturer license, the FFL license, so that you could like SBR rifles and stuff, because have you seen the PPS 43? It's the old submachine gun, and what they did was they welded the stocks, the collapsible stocks.
Right. Yeah, I've seen those.
And then they exported them to the United States for sale as pistols. Well, they look awesome as short-barreled rifles.
Yeah.
So I found the original stock on Gunbroker. It's the original wood stock, and so I'm going to put it back on there. I got to go to the local
does that make it?
Sheraton.
Is it still a short barreled with the wood stock?
Yeah, because the barrel's still like 10 inches long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anytime you put a stock on a gun,
On a
pistol.
the
pistol,
ones that you can,
pistol.
the ones that you can buy, it's welded. My understanding is that you can remove that weld, but you have to still, register it as a.
You'd have to register it, yeah.
Yeah, I really dig. I think they're so cool looking, and I really want one, but I don't like it being stuck in pistol configuration.
Well, what I was saying about that round, the 7.62 by 25, it's not the best. In my opinion, it's not the best personal defense round because it's not going to stop going through one person.
Now, have you shot for any ammo yet? Because my understanding is that
I've got 500 rounds coming.
The surplus is supposedly dried up or something like that?
No, I just shot up all the surplus I bought with this thing. And I only had one, what do I have, 100 rounds? I had one misfire, which is kind of depressing out of 100. But
so but what's the price per round about? Because my understanding it was like 45 cents right now per round.
No, it's not that expensive, I don't think. It's like 25 cents a round, something like that.
Hey, have y'all noticed that everything except the 9 and the 22 are back in stock and you can get all you want?
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I went there. I went to a shop today, and they didn't have any 22. Man, I've been trying to find bricks of that. I can't find it anywhere.
No.
Yeah.
The manufacturer's just not making it. They don't care.
It's
about
coming.
it.
It's coming.
Yeah, I agree. I think so too. It's just a little patience. That's it.
They got all the other rounds taken care of now. They'll start concentrating on that.
Mm-hmm.
I am seeing some 9mm here, but no 22.
She just had to wait till all the other people got out of the way, all the interviewing and all that.
Hey, as soon as she pops on, we just need. All right, thanks, Tony. It was a good show.
Yeah, exactly.
Same time next week.
Yeah.
I
wonder why you guys can't see me.
We were
Are you in the
wondering the same
bathroom?
thing. We can kind of see you.
Let me see. Should I hit screen share?
No.
Not if you're in the bathroom.
Go to your.
Well, you guys are on
Lord
fire
God, no.
tonight.
Go to the settings up there in the top right hand corner, that little gear,
Uh-huh.
and check to make sure you've got the right camera selected.
I don't know.
Don't they show that picture when like your bandwidth is low?
No, I got another new computer. The last one didn't work out. So.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Y'all, I'm going to have to take it for Bunny Hunter from now on. Y'all quit laughing at her.
I'm going to buy you a Mac and send it down there. You won't have these issues. We lost her?
I had to buy a new car because I kept getting speeding tickets.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm kidding.
You may need to adjust your bandwidth up there at the top. In the settings, I think. Or settings, or one of them.
I'm in settings.
All right, look to the left of settings, those little bars. There it says adjust bandwidth usage. It may
Okay.
work.
And it's all the way up, so.
Huh.
Yeah.
What does it say for your camera in the settings? The top.
Editing program capture for some reason. That's all it gives.
That's what's wrong. You need to make sure it says your laptop or whatever, your webcam.
Yeah, unfortunately, it only gives the option for my editing software. It's really weird.
That's strange.
Well, at least your
Anywho,
voice is working, you know?
Yeah.
It's one or the other with you.
Always.
Well, how's it been going?
Pretty good. Can't complain. Well, actually, I have carpal tunnel, which really sucks because you need to. I know, right? I'm too young to be having all these freaking problems.
What in the world?
So it really sucks because that's obviously you need to use your hands for everything, but shooting.
Especially shooting. Yeah.
I know. So that's what I'm most pissed off about.
Oh.
You can have that corrected?
Too good to be true.
I don't know. I'm trying. I went to the doctor and they did all their poking and prodding, and I'm gonna try for 2 weeks to take it easy, and hopefully it gets better. So.
Are you wearing the brace?
Yeah, I have it on. I wish I could show you. It looks like such a dork.
In front of the keyboard, you type or type all day or something?
Well, I never used to, but thanks to YouTube. So it's, I try to respond to all the comments, and it's sucking the life out of me. So the last video I did, I'm still editing it now because I'm like a gimp and super slow at everything. But I'm just going to be doing video responses from here on out, and not because I can't wreck my hands. That's not cool.
You have a Windows computer?
Yeah.
Have you seen those keyboards where it's more ergonomic in terms of your hands being like in more of a natural? Your hands are more kind of like this. As opposed to this.
It has that, but it's a touch screen too, so that really helps. That's the main reason I switched it out and got a new one.
Windows 8.
Yeah, so it's pretty key.
So what does it say for? You could, I don't know, I hate to tell you to reboot, but somehow, how do you use your webcam? Because that's what you should be using, right?
Weird, because the only thing that comes up is my editing software, Corel. It says camera plug-in or screen capture. So maybe the settings on my computer.
Try camera plug-in.
Camera plug-in, yeah.
I tried those. Nothing? No.
Unplug it and plug it back in.
Unplug it for 10 seconds.
Plugged in? Is it plugged in? Okay.
Hold your breath.
I think you need to get on the phone with Main Prepper.
Why?
I'm just kidding. Remember the night you were on the phone with him?
Oh my God! And you know what my dad just told me? And you never told me this. Shame on you. Your name is ArtisanTony, not Artesian. I've been calling you ArtisanTony ever since.
He's a water bottler.
I don't like correcting people.
He's a tasty salad dressing.
What do you think is a Springwell, a delicious Springwell? It's ArtisanTony. I was
It's okay. I mean, I get that a lot, but it's all right. I don't judge people.
Thanks.
He just thought you were being
even if your name is ArtisanTony.
I don't remember you ever calling me ArtisanTony. Actually.
Oh yeah, that's like all I call you.
You open captured smile.
What's that?
I don't know. I just had this thing pop up that says Hunter open captured smile.
Well, I'm still messing with this stuff, trying to get it to work.
And now Zach open captured smile. What in the world?
I don't know, man. What's going on with it?
You think Google's spying on us again?
Probably.
They always do.
NSA's after us. How do I turn open capture smile off?
Yeah, whoa. Zeke took a picture.
I guess I did.
Let's view the photo. Oh, it's only Tony. It's only ArtisanTony.
That's my Italian name. Oh, well.
So where's Shannon? Was she on tonight or is she busy? Has she been hanging out?
I didn't invite her because she dissed me a couple of weeks, so I'm just kidding. No, she, what did she say? She said about a week ago, she said last time that she,
She said it's 6 o'clock in the morning, Tony. It's too early to do.
Okay, maybe that's what she said. No, I don't want to, like, wear people out with this, so...
We do.
That's like if you hadn't sent me that message, I wouldn't have invited you because I didn't want to wear you out with this thing, But I'm glad you.
Well,
I'm glad you
yeah, I
joined
told
us.
you just send it, and whenever I'm actually in town and have reception kicking, then
But we're gonna have to work on your hardware.
Oh, it is always something. I need like a full-time IT guy just to hang out with me.
I don't think that would be hard to find.
You know what? Someone suggested that I go down to find like an intern at some artsy-fartsy college and get somebody to be a camera person. I thought that was a really good idea, and they'll do it for free just for the experience.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they'll do it.
Cool.
Well, I don't mean to bust your bubble or anything, but the reason they become interns is so that they can get like valuable experience, so they can.
Hey man, this is some valuable shit over here. What are you talking about?
I'm just kidding. It's on their resume, so it has to mean something,
Yeah. Well, it's gonna
I'm
mean
just
something,
kidding.
all right.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, how do I get into the settings on my computer? I don't know.
Control panel.
Touching
Well,
all
first
kinds
you
of
follow
stuff
us
here.
on Instagram, since I followed you like a month ago, and we still haven't got a follow from you. But that's cool,
Oh my god, I never even look at that stuff.
She's got carpal tunnel, dude. Give her a break.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she can't click the button.
What's your name on Instagram? I'll.
TalkingLead.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Is it? I thought Instagram was just a place you posted pictures.
It is, and
Well,
there's
what do you-
tons of gun people on there.
Yeah.
What is Instagram?
It's like a Facebook for pictures, and that's it. Or Twitter for pictures, basically.
Oh, okay. I guess no one wants to remember anything anymore.
I despise that little thing there, the left hand. I really do, because
Are you an anonymous member now, Left Hand?
that's a troll face. That's not an anonymous.
I think it was originally like made by anonymous.
Oh, it was.
It's just a face, guys. Just a face.
So who's going to be on your all's podcast next, or is it top secret again?
We have this week is Nicole McLean, the deer huntress, actor, model lady,
And
then-
Gabby Franco.
and Gabby Franco.
What
From
you
Top
need,
Shot.
what you need to do is have Bunny Hunter come up there.
She's got an open invitation.
Because then she has to drive through Chattanooga on the way up there. We could chit chat, have a tea and crumpets.
Wait, are you in Tennessee or
Is that what
England?
you kids are calling it these days?
I'm in the southeast part of Tennessee. I'm in Chattanooga. You got to drive through there to get to Nashville.
Chattaboogie.
Chattaboogie, baby.
I would invite her through Memphis, but my wife almost already killed me once today, so.
You wouldn't wish that on anybody, would you? Going through Memphis.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
thinking
the
maybe
airport was enough for me.
Hmm.
The airport was pretty bad. Everybody had gold teeth. I was like, whoa.
Where is this?
In Memphis?
Oh.
It's part of the health plan there.
Cool. It's Obamacare.
Yeah.
Oh, now the pictures are really going to start flashing now.
Why is that?
She said Obamacare.
Oh, I thought it may be because my junk is glowing down there.
You see,
Yeah, what's the story with that? He's got like some Darth Vader stuff going on there.
It's the SIRT pistol.
how do you like Madonna's new grill?
She has a grill.
What's with blonde girls putting in gold
Yeah.
grills?
It looks
So trashy.
terrible.
It looked like she
Terrible.
had like a meth mouth or something. You know?
Weird. I used to like Madonna. I don't like Madonna anymore, man.
Anymore.
I don't know. My sister used to listen to her a lot, and
Like a virgin. You know you're running around singing that.
absolutely.
No, never. I did the Weird Al version, like a surgeon. That was
A sturgeon.
It's like
So, Bunny Hunter, when are you going to make another video?
Well, I have one I'm editing now, but I'm handicapped, so it's taking me a while to
No.
get everything.
Just use your mouse.
There's this thing that's called a tripod.
No, I mean with the editing. Editing is like hard work. It's not cool at all. I wish I had people to do all this stuff. I'm going to go down to the college. I'm going to prove you guys wrong.
Now,
well, because everybody on this panel, we have people.
yeah.
We have interns.
We actually do have an intern.
Is it still the same guy that I
Yeah.
met that night? That's funny.
Still,
hadn't seen him
still
in
the
about
not so
2 months.
intern, the guy that has like 30 years experience in multimedia stuff.
Is it it's the guy that's living in your gun safe?
No, that's
No.
TN Outdoors 9.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you feed him today, Zeke?
Shoot.
So like taking care of the gimp, or
Bring out the gimp.
Bring out the gimp.
I heard he had for his birthday. He got a new air hole, an extra air hole.
Why did that sound so funny?
We randomly shoot his thing.
Good for air
Because
hole.
we're the only two perverted people. On this
I wonder if GunGimp.com is taken, man.
TN Outdoors 9 needs to change his channel to TN Gun Gimp.
I guarantee you 15 people just went to register that website.
Yeah, it'll be bidding tomorrow for like $1,900 or something.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
Bunny Hunter, you just need to keep your videos, short and sweet, so that way the editing's not a big deal.
Way to steer it back on track, Tony. Thank you.
No, really. I made that mistake with this cleaning video. I broke this. Oh my God! I dropped my CZ52.
As he's bleeding profusely, we're laughing our butts off.
I cleaned on this gun
Yeah,
for like
right.
30 minutes, and I started editing it, and I was into it for 2 hours, and I thought, what the heck am I doing? Nobody's gonna watch this. It's boring. And
Those are the ones that everybody loves. I mean, not
started
boring, but
hacking
the
on
ones
it,
you
yeah.
think aren't good.
You saying his taste sucks?
Huh?
Eh? No.
Crickets.
Bunny Hunter,
That
what's
happens a lot
your
after I stop
next
talking.
video about?
Well, I got a couple different things that I'm doing, but the next one is me fishing out of my fish farm.
You have
We
You
got
have a fish farm?
Yeah, we have a.
Fish.
That's
Well, there's catfish, bluegill,
Alligator.
brim. No. Well, there was one, but I got him in my crosshairs. And there's also warmouth bass. But the catfish are overpopulated, so we're gonna thin them out.
Catfish.
Mmm.
Fried catfish.
Can you set
Well,
Tannerite off
Tartar
underwater?
sauce.
Can you do what?
Set Tannerite off underwater?
You want to?
Isn't that somewhat like dynamite fishing?
Yeah.
What is in
Put it in a
GQ
milk
Pepper's screen?
say
that?
cat rear.
Cat butt.
We have cat ass.
Oh, see, y'all ran Bunny Hunter off now.
It was the cat ass.
Talking nasty.
It was aimed right at her screen. She was
Okay,
probably
we don't
smelling
say
it.
ass. Artesian Tony's.
A little scratch and sniff, right?
Smell of vision.
Smell of vision.
Mhm.
Hey man, that's coming next. You know it is.
No, Jaeger's working on the punch-a-vision,
Yeah. That's what that-
where you can punch somebody through the screen.
But it's only a one-way deal, right? With
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
He'd welcome it both ways.
I remember when he had that challenge where he said he would pay for people's, air flight to come and fight him.
Nobody
Remember
took
that?
him up on it.
Huh?
And nobody took him up
I
on it.
sent him an email asking him if he would, and when I got there, if I could say, kiss and make up with him, so I could get a plane ticket. But when I got there, I wouldn't have to fight him.
You should have said.
He was like, "No, when you gonna take your class?"
Wow, that was actually a really good impression.
I tell them every time I go to Nashville, I'll stop by Camden and do a doorbell ditch. Ring its doorbell and run off.
No, you can't do it there.
He did post a pretty cool. I didn't realize that we had that old state prison. I didn't know what it looked like. The pictures he just posted of the old prison, that's pretty cool. Have y'all seen it?
No, sir.
No.
Well,
There's one in Camden?
It's outside. He said outside of Camden. So I don't know if it's where exactly. I thought maybe it was between Camden and Nashville or something. But I got this funny feeling that he was looking at it to have tactical classes out in the yard there.
He was making plans like The Walking Dead. That's where he's going. He's going to take over.
That's kind of brilliant.
Yeah.
Buy a prison.
So, Zach, do you plan on using it, or did we talk about this? Do you plan on using any other kind of leather, like gator skin or anything, or can you just not get them thick enough to do gun belts?
I've had requests of doing some exotic stuff like alligator, and I was like, oh man, if you send me the hide, I'll try to make something out of it. But those things are super expensive, and a lot of times the problem is with the length and stuff, and got to be a particular length. But I'm up for anything, man.
Hippopotamus.
Hippo, yeah. Elephant.
Eagle.
There are people out there that you can get elephant and all that, and crazy stuff, man. But they're if you do any kind of exotic belts like that, you're talking $300, $400. It's crazy.
Just for the record, I don't support that. So.
Nah.
Don't support what?
Elephants or hippos or.
Yeah, it's just kind of.
Bald eagle.
I feel the same way. It's just kind of strange.
Maybe a bald eagle.
If you do that, you'll be like the Gibson Guitar Company here in Memphis, and Obama will, have you rated for your materials.
Happened in Nashville too.
Yeah, Gibson guitars. I think last year got rated because their wood was like from a different country.
They came into Nashville.
Yeah.
Full SWAT teams, full ATF SWAT teams, the local SWAT, the ATF SWAT, and I even think the FBI SWAT rated Gibson guitars to look at the types of wood they had.
Yeah.
But he was vindicated.
Yeah.
He was vindicated, right? I mean,
they were fine. They didn't have anything.
Yeah.
Or no, I think they may have had like some old stock that was, but it was like a fine. Why did they spend all the money and the taxpayer money raiding him with all the SWAT teams?
Why would you need a SWAT team? You know?
To compensate
that sounds weird.
With that?
I can just imagine being like the CEO of that company, just chilling out in his office, trying to sell some guitars, and all of a sudden, the SWAT team is just put your hands up, boy. What kind of wood you got?
Well, I guess
morning wood, sir.
You can use all the exotic materials you want. Just don't be don't give the Republican Party a lot of money like Gibson did.
Right. And don't talk about it.
Do it unanimously.
Unanimously?
Yeah.
Funny.
Oh, man.
Guys, I've enjoyed it. I'm going to have to get out.
Well, thanks, Left Hand, for coming.
Enjoyed it. Yeah, I got to go write up a couple of contracts. So.
Oh.
Peace.
Hey, before you leave, Left Hand, it's nice to meet you.
You too, buddy.
I think you look not exactly, but very close to a chef that I used to work for.
I thought you were going to say the White Emmett Smith again.
Dang.
But seriously, man, go to it's a restaurant up in Portland, Maine.
I thought it looked like ArtisanTony.
You got to tilt to the side.
His name is Chef Steve McCory. And he has a restaurant up in Portland, Maine called 555. And if you look at him, man, it's a doppelganger. It's crazy.
I'll tell you what.
Seriously, when I first saw you, I thought it was like, is that Steve?
If you talk to the household here after the dinner I cooked tonight, they might think I am him.
Ooh.
I have to pat myself on the...
Hey, look at that.
Hey, and if you do want one of us to review the
or both,
send it to him because I suck at reviews. I'll end up like throwing it across the room because I can't get it right.
You got a great setup there. It looks like you got a set up in your bonus room and everything. You got a little man cave up there.
The Talking Lead Quarters.
That's the lead quarters, man.
That's
where the magic happens.
We actually had somebody post, oh, so y'all's studio is basically just a giant suppressor. It's all sound.
It's comfortable. It's soft.
I didn't feel suppressed when I was there.
They have styrofoam floors.
Ooh. It sounds soundproof and all. You got a nice mic up there and all.
Yeah, we had the whole shit up.
Bye, guys.
See you, man.
See you later,
man.
man. Nice meeting you.
So that's the reason he showed up with a hat. That's the reason I, for the first time, put one on. I wanted to be like all the other cool kids.
Well, and then we stuck that on it too, and Tony still hasn't mentioned it, but hey, trying to represent.
I've got a blank spot there, Tony.
I'm gonna see. I just got some new ones.
Oh, the Velcro hat. Yeah.
And they're
The ArtisanTony.
I had them make the thread.
Hey, that's
darker.
Is that a seeing eye? Is that
I asked him the same thing, and he was like,
A.
I was going to see if he was a Mason or not.
Yeah.
No, it's this right here.
Are you a Mason, Tony?
No,
that's the KKK hat when you have it turned inside.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's turn it back to where it's an A.
Just an A, man. That's all it is. See?
That's funny.
Artisan construction.
He's taking his shirt off.
I did. Honestly, did I ever show you that T-shirt, though, Z?
Yeah. Well, you didn't show it to me. You told us about it.
It is so bad. It's one of those it's like one of those visual puzzles. You don't see it until somebody points it out, and I immediately took the shirt off. And look at that.
Oh gosh.
It's bad. Yeah, I still haven't gotten over
Disclaimer time.
Yeah. It's just an A. That's all it is.
Cool.
A big A. Well, have I bored y'all to death?
No.
No, good hangout.
I wish. Damn it! What was I gonna ask Bunny Hunter? I had a question for her. She always, if you're still listening.
Well, Zeke does a good impersonation of her.
Go ahead,
so
Zeke.
Just go ahead and ask him.
I know. I was going to ask Zach. You sound like you don't know much about Talking Lead. Go ahead and admit it. You know they do podcasting, right?
No, I don't. You know, honestly, I don't spend too much time in front of the computer.
Well, you need to go check out TalkingLead.com.
Okay, I sure will.
What kind of phone do you have?
I have an iPhone.
Okay, go to the podcast app.
Okay.
On there and subscribe to Talking Lead podcast.
Okay. Oh, that's a good idea because that's something I do before I sleep. I'll listen to the radio or tune in. You know, the radio.
Yeah. You might want to listen to them when you get up because it's kind of depressing. You don't want to be depressed when you go to sleep.
We're depressing?
I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
Man, it's bad.
It's a joke.
Do you speak in a monotone voice
We do the whole NPR. Hi, this is Talking Lead.
Schmetty balls.
It's so funny how NPR has that
sweaty
sounding voice.
No, they've had the likes of Hickok 45 and Yeager,
cool.
James Yeager, and
we got a bunch of big ones confirmed for the next month or so.
Ted Nugent, right?
Not yet.
Oh,
we're working.
That was actually top secret.
That was a canceled one. It got
yeah. What a snob.
No, it wasn't him. He's on tour right now, so that was probably part of it. No, next week we've got Nicole McLean, actor, hunter, model. The week after that,
Oh, nothing. I'm sorry.
Next week we've got Don Shipley, the YouTube channel guy that exposes all the fake Navy SEAls. Have you ever seen him?
I've seen him.
Yeah. So that'll be a good one. The week after that is Week after that is Aaron from Sage Dynamics. It's a gun training school. Then we got Rob Pincus the week after that. Now that he's actually a sponsor of our show, so that'll be cool. And then in October, I think it's the 17th, we're doing an interview with probably our biggest, famous guest, John Popper from Blues Traveler.
Nice.
Wow.
So
I have to ask this.
They've been up
You
to.
mentioned a fake Navy SEALs. Is China exporting knockoffs or something? I mean,
like guys that go around and they build a business off of saying, "Oh yeah, I was a SEAL," you know.
Okay.
Or like he'll have a lot of people call in and say, "Hey, I got this guy I work with. He's always bragging about being a Navy SEAL." And then Don Shipley, he's actually a retired Navy SEAL. He'll go and search some database and find out if they are or not. And then he'll call them on. If you go to his YouTube channel, I think it's Buds32 or hang on, it's Buds something.
I was amazed at how many people he has caught doing this.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, and be ready to have about an hour or 2 hours available, because once you start watching one, you'll just keep watching them over and over again.
That's interesting. I don't think I've I've only been around one person who claimed he was, and I knew he was. So that's I didn't know there was a lot of people doing that.
Yeah, it's
after I found out about this guy, I stopped claiming I was a Navy
It's
SEAL.
called stolen valor, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Well, it's people that are taking advantage of the hard work that the SEALs have actually put in and the stuff that they've gone through, and then they're trying to monetize it or better themselves in life by saying that they are. And we've got a couple friends of the show that are Navy SEALs and former Navy SEAls that we want to kind of get him on here to expose some of that.
Let me and this is a real question, and I want y'all to answer it honestly. If I had a T-shirt that said "Semper Artisan," is that blasphemy?
No, Semper is just a Latin term.
Well, I know this guy. I was talking to this guy the other day, and I was thinking I'm gonna have some T-shirts made up, and he was like, "Oh, really? Yeah, Semper, huh?" I said, "Well, they don't have a monopoly on Latin. It's just a word." But I thought I would ask you guys, see what you thought.
No,
well, I don't know. Let's see. I was Army. Do we have any Marines here?
Nope.
I was back in 1962. No, just kidding.
Green Beret.
I jumped out of an airplane at 60,000 feet.
Jumped out of a helicopter once. I never did. I don't know. I went into engineering. I wasn't doing anything exciting.
I spent a very short time in the Air Force, very, very short time, and I herniated a disc. But what's hilarious is on my DD-214, all the paperwork I got from the VA, it said I did some of the wildest, craziest stuff. I assisted on surgeries and like special ops situations, and I'm like, whoa! I'm reading it like this isn't right. I did nothing.
You'll be invited for the Medal of Honor next year or something.
Yeah, it was kind of weird when I got all that. I was looking.
So, Bunny Hunter, did you haven't figured out your technical deal there?
No, I went into a bunch of different settings and tried to find the camera situation, and it's
Maybe
just.
she's muted.
Does it have a camera?
Yeah.
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 Oh,
I wasn't being a smart aleck. I was just after I said it, it sounded kind of smart aleck.
Who hasn't had a
just a
baffling
little
computer
bit.
problem, you know?
Huh? What, Jeff?
I was saying, who hasn't had a baffling computer problem like that? I mean, it happens all the time.
It's just when you're learning a new. I mean, Windows 8. My old
Yeah,
computer was
what-
Windows
Oh.
7, so.
Windows 8 is weird.
It is
Yeah.
weird. I don't know if I like it. I mean, it's kind of cool looking.
In fact,
how
that's what
everything
almost got me
flips.
killed today. Is because I work in IT, and I had earlier today I had a lady that I was helping out, and I didn't have time. I told her to leave her password, and she's got to be the tallest woman in Tennessee, and she's like 7'5", and she's 2 feet.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Huge, it's the biggest woman I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, she leaves me her password, and her password is sexpot82.
Oh,
She writes it down on a Post-it note. Well, that's fine. I get weird stuff all the time. But later on, I get a phone call, and I'm writing down the phone number, and the closest piece of paper that I've got is where she put her password. So I wrote the number down and put it in my pocket. Well, about 40 minutes before the show airs, my wife is going through the laundry.
Oh,
She
Oh my
pulls
God,
a
that's
Post-it
great.
note out of my pocket. It says 6.82. It has a phone number back there.
Wow.
The only way you're going to get out of that is if you call that number on the air right now.
All the way I got away from it, I almost died laughing when she came in because she was so pissed when she was asking me what it was, and I was laughing so hard I was hurting and tears coming out my eyes. That's probably the only thing that saved me. I thought it was so funny.
That was the best story to cover up that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty creative.
He has like a little script in front of him, you know. He's like, oh.
It's like from a sitcom
Hey,
or something, man.
I think there's something wrong with the chat. Like, I keep trying to post to Shocks Rocks Ice. He asked if the cert was worth it or not, and I was going to tell him absolutely worth it, but it keeps telling me we're currently performing site maintenance. Please try later. So.
Oh no.
Yeah, you know what that means.
It means the NSA's on here.
Shoot, I did reload it and it says please stand by.
Well, mine's up and running.
I'll try refreshing it.
That's what I just did. I just refreshed it.
Uh-oh.
Let me do it again. Hi, Cat.
So you can't give us any clues about what your next video is about, Bunny Hunter?
ArtisanTony's always looking for the next big secret, aren't you?
Hey, there's your new shirt, Tony. It's just artisan, not artisan.
Yeah. Well, I just know people out there just chomping at the bit. What's she gonna do?
Yeah, it looks like we're going in and out. I'm back to an error occurred.
Yeah, I got an error too. But I mean, it's playing. Yeah, the actual Hangout's playing, so people are watching it. It's just you can't chat, I guess.
Dang.
Darn
it.
Very good, very good.
Like we were really paying attention to them in the first place.
It was the Austin
rain in Spain.
So, I think we should really just try to help Bunny Hunter solve her problem with her.
Hey, I mean, if there's any, are any of you familiar? Shit, G-Webs is an IT guy, no?
He probably doesn't know Windows 8 though.
I don't even think most IT guys know it.
Where is he?
He was supposed to be here.
Is he in the
or is that just
chat
a
or something?
I'm going to the Geek Chat to see if he's there. Hang on. What's the channel? Is it Never Enough Ammo Guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think it starts till like 7 though.
Didn't they change their?
Wait a minute.
47.
I heard that.
They move it up to 7:30.
No, I heard that. Oh, I can't even think. I'm so tired. But I heard that Yankee Marshall's gonna move his chat to Monday 2 or something like that.
What?
Yeah, that's just.
They'll never take over the spot. They'll never take over the time spot.
Oh, if that's the case, dude, we're gonna like deck this sucker out.
I mean, I'm talking Christmas lights everywhere.
Oh yeah, I'll take the idea
and shit.
I'll take the idea that we're gonna use for our chat, and I'll throw it on air.
Well, the thing is, you know, I sent out that the memo that you asked me to send out, and I got no response.
Well, I just accepted it, and I was like, okay,
I studied it.
good.
I read up on Zach.
I think I just said I was.
No, I meant the first memo. That was funny.
Maybe that's why G West didn't hear, because you told him to study something.
Well, that's what I was telling you. People don't want to have to study for anything. But no, I was going to do, if it was going to be one of those nights when I was stuck by myself and nobody showed up, I was going to do the what's wrong with the millennials.
Those darn kids with their pants and their hair.
But I see that.
Oh, and that would have been great to have.
And so Zach didn't realize when he sent me a message. I was like, "Oh, here's a victim. I can get him to come on. I won't have to talk about the millennials."
Well, you should do both. You know, I mean, you got enough time, right? I would do both. I would get new channels on, and in addition to a topic of the day. That's to me a great layout.
That's what we're trying to do.
I think your new channel thing is kind of like a good little niche you got going too.
We need to find some. Well,
every time we come on, we get like 2.
What do you say?
How old is your channel? Your YouTube channel?
Oh man, I don't know, 3 or 4 months old. I don't do videos. I'm thinking about doing a video though about how.
You need to, big time. I think you need to do a how-to, not a how-to, like show all your secrets, but you know.
No, I've been wanting to do. There's this guy that I I mentioned earlier he does video stuff for the university of UGA, and he was talking. I was like, hey man, I'm thinking about doing a video about the steps that I take making a belt and stuff like that. He's like, hey, I'd help you with that, so I might take his offer on that stuff.
When you say UGA, what do you mean, Georgia?
Yeah, University of Georgia. Yep.
Are you in Georgia?
In Athens, Georgia. Yep.
Oh, we'll be down there soon.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
My brother-in-law actually has a tattoo studio in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
All or nothing tattoo.
Oh.
Plug.
But yeah, it's so I don't know. I'm thinking about doing a video, but I was thinking about doing one on my iPhone. I was like, man, that just ain't gonna cut it. So.
Sure, yeah. I think I did my first 30 videos on iPhone.
Yeah, I have to get just a little mic or something to get decent audio to where it's not, you can actually hear. But I don't know. I'm still trying to. What I might do is just do a video where how you just speed everything up, because there's so many steps that I do. I just might turn it into like the 3 or 4 minute video so it doesn't get super boring, and just put some cool music behind it, and that's it. Something simple.
If you've got, if you put videos up on a regular basis, like once a week,
yeah,
and then you have those, like I do vlogging on my iPhone. So I just feel like as long as I'm doing some kind of decent quality, in other parts of the week, doing the vlogging on the iPhone's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You got to remember that YouTube is not. That's what it's all about. It's all about amateurs.
Right.
It's not
no,
about,
I realize that.
It's not about professional quality. Yeah. No matter what Zeke says. I'm just kidding.
Well, for me, it's like I don't know what I would do in terms of videos. I mean, I could feature my new belts of the week, or I don't know. I just to me, I just don't. In terms of contribution of what I would do, I wouldn't know exactly. But I do like the concept. I think YouTube is fantastic in terms of building community and getting to know people and meeting people like you guys, and because I think it's a small world. It really is. When
I would do this too. Of course, I'm not trying to give you advice or anything, right? But I would let YouTube be my personal. Like I wouldn't let it become too professional. I'd want it to be the personal side of me.
Right.
Because the minute you start making it out to be a commercial, that's when that turns people off on YouTube.
Right.
So I would let that be my personal side, and then do all your, your commercial stuff on the website.
Right. And that's mostly the stuff I focus on is the website. And that's I used to design websites when I was younger, and
Do you disagree, Jeff?
I was just gonna say that you could actually show what kind of work you put into making a belt. So that, it's not made in China, it's not made in a sweatshop, it's made by you.
Right.
And you could show the quality and care that you put in your belts firsthand instead of just trying to explain it.
Right.
And then people would say, oh, okay, I can see why, he spends a lot of energy, a lot of time making this belt, and I'm going to get what I'm going to, it's worth the money. So.
Right. And that's exactly what I was talking about, doing kind of an expose video of sorts to where I can show people what I do and the steps that I do take, like, cutting it and measuring it and dyeing it and sealing it and doing all those steps. And I think, a lot of people don't know what, not just me, but anyone that works with leather or anything. I mean, just making Kydex holsters, making leather holsters, or I think a lot of people are missing out in terms of exposing themselves like that to get the word out for their business, but
you have to be kind of careful among this crowd saying something like exposure.
I giggled and I stopped myself, Tony. You ruined it. It was the first thing I ever controlled myself.
I heard a chuckle back there, so I don't know if it was. I heard something that I was like, man, that's dumb.
It was me. I let out a little one, and I was like, nope, I'm going to hold it in this time. And then Tony just opened the floodgates.
Oh, man, that's
We just have to remember there's a lady amongst us.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually me that was giggling.
Is there?
Oh.
Well, I mean, when you really get down to it, I guess everything can turn back into the dirty mind, right? But yeah, I really appreciate being on here. Tony, I I really thank you for letting me come on and inviting me to this. It's fantastic. I've never done anything like this before, and it's good to meet everyone.
Absolutely.
You even got your camera working.
I did, yeah. I have a Mac.
I'm just giving Bunny Hunter a hard time. Sorry.
You know, I will say, not to give. I mean, this is the first Mac I've had, and I've had it for 3 years. It's this little iMac.
What do you guys all work for Apple?
No. I'm just saying,
Awesome.
it's not one problem with this computer at all.
Yeah.
And I'm baffled by it. I'm baffled. But whatever. It's a computer, So.
When you guys try to type a comment, and it says we're currently performing site maintenance. Is that what you guys are getting?
Yep.
Yeah, mine says please stand by.
Oh, yeah, mine says we're currently performing, and they misspelled maintenance, so I thought that was funny.
Oh, you think it's a hack? You think somebody's hacked this then?
No.
I'll say, man.
Yeah.
They're watching you.
Yeah, it happened about the same time we mentioned Gibson guitar, so.
Because when they send 3 different agency SWAT teams for wood, that, gosh, there I go again. Then they're going to really be worried about us. I think, Bunny Hunter, did you miss out on the Gibson guitar conversation?
I think she's missing out on this conversation.
I did.
Oh.
Hey, I just sent Bunny Hunter. I just sent you a PM, and of course now it's not working. Jeez, YouTube is crashing.
Well, I can't get on YouTube while I'm on this chat, right? Because it makes like crazy interference.
If I send her a message, is it just one word, Bunny Hunter?
Yeah, I mean it's got a space.
Well, I try to do that, and then it says you can't have two.
Go to her channel and click on send message because she has like a numeric name. But
why? Why do I have a numeric name?
I don't know, but you're using your Google Plus name because it has a space in it, Bunny Hunter, and you can't do that with the YouTube side. So that's good.
Well, how do I fix it? I don't want.
Oh, it's fine. It looks great.
Oh.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying the way I sent you your link.
Yeah.
Is I go to your channel and click on send you a message because.
Where's send you a message?
Well, under about, I think.
Yeah,
right?
under about. Yeah. That's exactly right.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, hang on, Zach, before you take off.
Yeah.
My sister wants to know what kind of machine you use for the leatherworking.
I use a sewing machine. It's a obviously sewing machine, class 3. It's from Leather Machine Company out in California. And Steve, if she's interested in a machine, Steve is the guy. He's awesome. And there's 2 big ones out there called Artisan.
Artisan leather.
Artisan Sew, and there's a bunch of different sewing machine manufacturers, but the ones that I personally like was the Artisans and the Leather Machine.
Can't be bad.
No, they're good. Hey, Steve, the number one thing when you buy machinery like that is support. If something goes wrong with it or parts, you don't want to be talking to someone that you.
Are those machines made in America?
Nah.
I didn't think so.
I wish they were, man. I really do, but manufacturing in general has just disappeared.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can make one with a 3D printer.
I'm about burnt out on the 3D printing, just to be honest with you.
It's funny because I
said that last time, and then I saw a video like a week later.
I went into this factory last week that makes semiconductors and transformers, and I tell you, man, it's really eye-opening to see what goes on in places like that. It's really old school, it's a 75-year-old place with all old machinery and stuff, and it's really sad too because places like that have just kind of disappeared, and places that are that big that have supported so many people in local towns they're just not there anymore. And to go back to the sewing machine, I do wish the sewing machine was made here. And I would fully support it.
We could get into that whole thing, but you'll just have to look to the unions who destroyed manufacturing in this country.
Yep.
She just texted me and says she has a Juki. What number?
Oh, a Juki?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. There's so many Jukis.
It's just a fun name. Juki.
Juki.
There's a lot. There's each sewing machine does its own purpose. Like each sews fabric or leather. You just need a heavy duty one.
I see what would be cool is if you had your sewing machine set up during a hangout, you could show how to use it.
Yeah,
definitely got to get a beef.
That thing weighs.
I have a video called "Sew Your Own Pants."
Yeah.
I do. I'm sitting at the sewing machine and I'm sewing my own pants. Sew your own freaking pants.
Man, that thing weighs. The sewing machine weighs 400 pounds.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow, YouTube is officially jacked up right now. I just tried to send a message, and it's got like all kinds of crazy errors coming up.
Wow.
Oh, it took me 2 or 3 times to send the links out because I kept pushing send and nothing would happen. So I was surprised.
I click send a message and it says, sorry, we found errors. Please enter a subject. Please enter a message. This functionality is not available now.
You know, sometimes it does that and it actually has sent the message. And I've done that before where I keep hitting send over and over and the person's like, I got like 18 messages from you or like the same one. So you might want to stop hitting.
And they were all excited.
Oh, no, it doesn't even get me to the place where I can enter a message. Like I go to send message like on your about. And then it just goes straight to that error. It doesn't even give me an opportunity to enter.
So, Bunny Hunter, I have to.
Oh, she said. I just got another text.
Y'all are talking about sewing machines.
She said. She said, no. What phone number of the guy you know? I thought she was asking about the number of sewing machine.
I was going to ask Bunny Hunter what's the latest with her and Main Prepper because I had the feeling that there was some sparks going on there.
Well, you felt wrong.
That was pretty emphatic.
You gotta understand one thing about me is all my friends are guys. Girls, I'm nice to girls. I don't really care for them. The ones that are cool and like to do stuff like I do. You know, I want to hear this.
We come down to we're having to text each other.
I don't want to hear this high-pitched chirping, women complaining about things and bitching about other women. I'm not into that crap, so I don't typically get along with women.
Did
all my friends are guys.
You have brothers?
4.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
The simple men with a simple plan, right?
That's right, man.
Beer, and I don't know what else.
Beer.
Maybe
some Jack.
It says GK Prepper muted Bunny Hunter.
No, I was trying to. Can you guys hear her?
Yeah.
I can't hear her.
Wait,
I was trying to.
You probably ignored her on there.
No, I haven't ignored her. I was.
Oh wait, now
the whole
I can't
time
hear her. Is
I'm
she trying to talk?
Her picture's just there, and she hasn't said anything.
Say something, Bunny. Now you muted her.
Dude, GQ.
Unmute her.
No, wait.
It says GK Prepper.
Now you muted her.
Muted her.
Now you muted.
Now everybody's muting her. Oh, see what you did?
I done messed her up.
The only eye candy on this panel, and you muted her.
Talking over her, and
I think she needs to make her icon bigger, her little circle thing.
Oh, now she's dropped.
Oh, now you did it. Oh, she'll come back.
Yeah, that's weird. So all you could hear Bunny Hunter.
Yeah.
And she was saying, at GQ, he was a great-looking guy, or he is a good-looking guy.
Not anymore. He muted her.
Oh, man.
Man, this is weird. YouTube's going haywire.
Yeah, because this whole time I saw her picture there, and I just figured she was giving up and just left her picture.
So I know one person on this panel, Zach. You don't count because you just met us, you know. So I'm forgiving you on this one. That donated to our Kickstarter campaign.
That's right. That's me.
The one way down there.
It's me, baby.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get perks though. I better get.
Hey, when is your podcast again? Zeke?
When is it?
Yeah.
We post it every Friday, but you can listen to. I mean, we've got 34 episodes that are backlog now, so you can listen to all 34 if you subscribe. And we got a YouTube channel too, which is
you guys try to line up something like every week, or you obviously plan that in advance.
Yeah, we record every Thursday. We take 3 weeks off a year. We've already taken 2 of those. So.
So how long are your podcast? Like, what is it, a couple hours or something?
The shortest one we've had was 32 minutes, and the longest one was like 2 hours.
That was the one with 10 Outdoors 9?
No, the 2-hour one was with the Canadians.
I'm just kidding. I was hoping he was listening.
He was close. I think he's the second longest.
But as far as your Kickstart, how's that going?
It's the kickstand is on the ground still.
Kickstand. Well, I mean, how much have you raised so far?
I think it's close to 2,000 or maybe a little over 2,000.
Oh, it's more than that.
No, not the last time I looked.
What was the goal again?
50,000.
50 grand.
Well, how long do you have?
I think we got like 10 more days.
You can do it.
We can do it. Well, that's the thing. It's like we got 20,000 plus listeners, and we've got
that's a lot.
Yeah, we've got like 17,000 Facebook followers, and
I told you on Kickstart if you had a lot of some lower quantities besides 500 and 200.
Well, and they can donate $1, but that's I think that's the flaw. Though. I think that's the biggest flaw with Kickstarter is it doesn't tell you very clearly that you can donate whatever the heck you want.
They need to fix that because you get on there and if you can't afford the 200 or 500 or whatever, you're just gonna say, oh well, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, we're at 16. We have 3% funded our project. I thought it was like up to 20,000 or something.
Yeah, I wish. Oh gosh, if it gets to like 20, 30,000. Because what happens with Kickstarter is if it doesn't meet your goal, you don't get any of it.
Yeah, right.
So it's like if it gets to 30, like 40,000, and then we don't hit the 50, it's gonna be like, nah. Oh,
that's even worse.
Oh gosh, I'd rather stay right here.
Why can't you just do something like that on your website and just ask people to invest in whether you make it or not? Huh?
We can do stuff like that. It's just, with this thing, it was kind of like more of this project feel instead of just, can we have some money?
Right.
No, but the main reason we did this is just so we could avoid, when we go to do our pilot for the TV show, we can avoid going through a production company that's going to have total control of the show. We can buy all the equipment ourselves and do it ourselves. If this doesn't go through, we're still going to film the pilot. It's just we'll have to go through a production company, and that'll be interesting.
Are you there, Bunny?
Yeah.
That's good.
It's always Bunny, if you could hear me, I apologize, but I still can't hear you.
Aww.
Oh, you can't hear her still?
That's really
not
weird.
at all. It's weird. And I haven't ignored her or anything, or. So I've probably
y'all just aren't connecting tonight.
I've probably been talking over her and all kinds of rude stuff, not knowing it.
No, I don't think he has.
She said yes. I can't believe you did that to me. Oh my God! You should have just heard what she said that time. Hey, are you about to wrap it up, Tony?
Yeah, unless you all have something cool.
Everybody
to say.
Stay on after because I want. Yeah, go ahead.
Well,
whoa!
Now we have two bunnies.
There's two bunny hunters. What the?
Yay!
She's like, he's about to wrap up. I'll get on there now.
Yeah, exactly.
How'd you fix
perfect timing.
Is it feedback at all? I didn't fix it. Now I got two computers running.
That's Tennessee ingenuity right there.
Have you got the feedback going, or is it?
No, not for me. I was wondering if y'all did.
No, not yet.
Cool. I got a system now.
Well, maybe one's sound and one's video.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like when I was in high school, a buddy of mine, they had a big screen TV for the picture, and then on top of it, they had a little TV, black and white, that was turned the other way for the sound.
That's awesome.
Because their big screen sound went out.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome. Oh, man, that's making it work.
Oh, yeah. Redneck ingenuity.
Who was that? Was that Cheeky Prepper that popped out?
Yeah, he bolted.
I bet he comes back to see if he can hear Bunny Hunter.
Well, the audio hasn't changed, so you probably still won't be able to hear me.
We may not even be online anymore. My sister just texted and said she just lost the feed.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, let me look. ArtisanTony.
Haha, it's gonna stick now.
So
I can hear it now.
Bunny Hunter, what?
Oh, cool.
You said you were going to do some fishing videos.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do them out of a boat or on the side of the bank?
No, just fishing out of the pond.
Oh, okay. You don't have a little boat you can go out there, or a little rowboat?
Well, yeah, I could do that, but I'm not going to.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not that big of a pond, so, but I could go swimming in it.
Just be careful not to get amoeba brain.
I will be careful. You know, it's not artesian water, so it's well.
Well, I mean, I was seriously concerned. Alex and his school went to Cohutta one day, and I just knew he was going to get. They were going snorkeling, and it was right after that. The girl, I hate to make fun of this. Did she die? The girl who got the brain infection from she did.
I think so.
Okay, well, I don't want to make fun of that, but I was like, Alex, dude, hold your nose when you go underwater, and but that apparently was stagnant water that I think she was in. And have you ever had your pond tested?
No, but it's good. It's clean water.
I was just kidding. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Well, I'm going to take off, guys. It's nice to meet you. I'm going to do a little reading before I go to bed here.
Nice.
Well, thanks,
I wish
Zach.
I had time to read. I love to read.
I'm reading this book on George Washington. It's called His Excellency.
Cool.
Nice.
I'm a big history buff. I love stuff like that. So it's fascinating to see. You compare the caliber of people that were living at that time to the people living today. It's unbelievable.
Well, it's sickening.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I feel like I'm, still, pretty hardy guy. I don't know.
Get the book. Get the book Guns Across the Border by Mike Detty.
What is it called?
It's called Guns Across the Border by Mike Detty, Detty.
Yeah.
It's awesome. We had him on the show, I guess, about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And I picked up the book and I started reading it, thinking, okay, this is going to take me a month or two to get through this. But it's like crack.
It's
good. And it's about the operations that led up to the Fast and Furious stuff.
It's like crack. Is that what you said?
Yes, it's like crack.
You've done crack.
I know what is like. I'm kidding. She's like, ew.
Well, we appreciate you coming, Zach.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it, and
good luck with everything.
Yep. Thank you so much, and
See ya. Have fun reading your book.
Oh yeah, I will. And invite me next week, man. I'll be glad to come on.
We'll see ya.
All right, nice to meet everybody.
You too.
Okay, guys.
Don't you love how when somebody's new to Hangouts, how it's like bye, and they're trying to figure out how to actually get off. And all right.
Just click that little button. So now I feel like we have to get all this information out of Bunny Hunter again, since we can actually see her expressions. We can tell whether she's telling a fib or not now.
You haven't asked me the right questions. When you're trying to figure out if someone's lying, you have to ask them questions you know the answer to, so you can tell their tells.
So now you're analyzing my methods.
But your picture's
I'm analyzing you, analyzing me. It's serious stuff.
Is your name Bunny Hunter? She just laughed. She didn't even answer.
What'd you say?
I said, is your name Bunny Hunter?
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to see the tail.
Zeke, I gotta stop you there. I got this whole system beat and worked to a T, so it's not even worth it.
You don't
know my background.
Can you tell us what line of work you're in, or were in, or want to be in?
No.
Okay.
I'm an entrepreneur. How about that?
I figured it was something like that. That's
She does
cool.
something with her wrists, I hear.
Yeah.
She sells carpal tunnel parts.
Isn't that horrible? Everybody's like, "What'd you do to your hand?" I'm like, "Whip somebody's ass with it. What do you think I did?"
No, tell him you're trying to be a trendsetter like Madonna was with her little mesh thing.
Just don't neglect your nails now. I saw how nice they look.
Yeah, I need to cut them. They grow like friggin' weeds.
And it's first it's weed, now then it was crack. What are y'all talking about?
Weeds.
What does that mean? Because I mean, I have to cut mine almost 1.2 times a week.
1.2, very specific.
Wow.
What I'm
So
saying
you
is,
just cut 2 fingernails on one day?
there's GQ Prepper. He came back. Hey.
I'm gonna have to
been
go
back
get
for a
my power cord. I'll be right back.
Hey, GQ Prepper's back.
Hey, look, Tal Flatermouse joined us.
Look, it's ArtisanTony. ArtisanTony, sorry. Apologize.
That's funny. I have customers who will do that, and I let them do it for like a week or so, and then I'll finally say, it's kind of like ArtisanTony, And they're like really apologetic, but I hate pointing it out. It's kind of embarrassing.
That's okay, because I get Zach all the time, and y'all kept calling him Zach, and I'd look up, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's a Zach on here. Now she's beating her computer.
Well, I was going to ask Jeff. You said you were going to shoot some more of those bolt things. Any other surprising, exciting thing coming out of the shotgun?
The gummy bear slugs were quite a hit.
Oh yeah.
The bolt things didn't turn out that well. I watched that video. I thought they were just going to be like nasty, crazy going through the steel, but it was kind of like...
Yeah, it couldn't hit anything. The new ones, he sent more, and they're even crazier looking. And I only shot 4 of them. I only had time to shoot 4. But they actually worked. Or one of them went through a computer hard drive.
Oh wow!
That was a pretty small target, so he's getting better at it, And basically, he's looking at like old military, like declassified stuff for like they're like rounds out of like an Abrams tank, like they're like armor piercing, discarding sabot rounds or whatever or something like that.
You look at them and you think they might need some kind of like heavy fletching on them just to make them stable. Because as you're watching the slow mo, they were just kind of like, there was a couple of them though that ran pretty good.
Yeah, but he's put a lot of work into these things, and he's made some of them with like metal fins on them and stuff, and a whole sabot that wraps around them now. And I didn't think they were gonna work at all when he's like, oh yeah, they're gonna work. It's like, nah, they're gonna tumble. But yeah, it's kind of fun, because it's kind of like backyard science and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you're dealing with like supersonic speeds and all that, and there's a lot of variables and stuff just with that.
I have to tell you, Jeff, it was a sad day, very depressing day for me when I saw the giant gummy bear was finally defeated.
Oh, with the AK and the 270?
That was an imposter gummy bear. The real one was still okay.
I knew. I was pretty certain a rifle round would go through it, but the 204 Ruger round, it stopped it in. Because
I was a month away from filling up my bug out vehicle's car panels with sucrose and.
I think you'd be better off filling it full of sand.
Cornstarch.
Is sand a good insulator?
I would think so.
You know what I mean?
Enough of it.
Glass is.
I mean, it's like fiber. I mean, it's like glass. So.
Well, glass is not a good insulator.
Yeah.
No, I always thought that if you had like a safe room, if you're in a tornado area, and you had like 8-inch studs, and you filled the studs full of sand, and had a plywood or whatever that would be able to support all that weight and all.
But that's not as
well, we kind of do that. We just mix lime and Portland cement with it and gravel, and we call it concrete.
It's not as cool as gummy bears.
Yeah.
Gummy bears is cooler.
I want a tactical vest, that has black tactical gummy bear sewn to it.
Plus, you got to think YouTube views too. Shooting a gummy bear or shooting sand. I mean, how many views did Rated RR get with that shooting peeps video?
I don't know.
That was his biggest video he's ever had.
How many
it was just shooting through like peeps.
How many peeps can a 50 cal go through or something like that?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure out a way to get Bunny Hunter to tell us what she does.
Zeke, I just followed you on Instagram.
You just what?
I just followed you on Instagram.
Yes.
What is
carpal tunnel and all?
What is it? Is it Instagram.com?
Yeah, that's the website, but you really
have to go
can't.
through your phone.
Yeah, you can't do a whole lot on the website. It's kind of made for the phone.
Right. So if we're gonna, I guess I'm making an assumption here. Can I follow you, Bunny, on Instagram?
Of course. I have random people. I don't even know who most of these people are.
Instagram?
I don't.
Yeah, and you got like, I went and found it, and I was like, holy crap! There's like 3,000 followers on yours.
I just started 3 or 4 months ago. I don't even know who these people are, but I think it's good for YouTube.
It really is, especially like you do. You show like little freeze frames of your videos that you got coming up and stuff.
Right.
Okay, so how do you search for someone?
I guess you just pound Bunny Hunter, or that didn't sound good.
No,
that's what she said.
I'm so glad she said it because I was holding back so much.
Where's the?
He's turning it bright red. He's like, I want to say something.
Where do you put that in?
Bunny Hunter. Once you download it on your phone, there's like a little star that's like a navigate button.
I have it. I'm saying.
Okay, yeah. Go to all the way to the left. That star, like navigate button, right before home.
Looks like a compass.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and then just type.
Oh,
Bunny
there's
Hunter.
the search. Okay, there's the search.
Yeah.
One word or space too?
It's all one word, and then do the underscore after Hunter. Hunter, Bunny Hunter.
I think she's an IT person. She's just trying to throw us off with all these computer issues. That's my call.
You think that I'm what? I didn't hear the first part.
I said I think you're an IT person. You're just trying to throw us off with all these computer issues.
Absolutely. She's not an IT person.
Aren't you got the big head there?
Person.
Okay, follow Bunny Hunter. All right.
Cool.
Wait a minute. What did you say, GQ, about IT people?
No, she's not one. It's a thing that we've got. We can spot another IT person.
You're an IT person?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
That's because you're not an IT person. You couldn't spot him. That's why.
Right. What are they, like vampires or something?
They have this glow in their aura.
Got a secret handshake or something.
No, they're kind of like air traffic controllers. They got a certain sadness about them that. It's the IT, probably IT people, and the guy who works at the drive-thru are probably the most neglected individual, abused. Because you think about it, we deal with problems. We deal with people that are mad. So.
I thought you were going to say mentally ill.
Those two.
Well, now, Bunny Hunter, I have an important question because I'm still trying to figure this out. I'm an entrepreneur too, right? I own Artisan Construction. So how can you keep your thing a secret if you're an entrepreneur? Wouldn't you want to advertise? Wouldn't you want to, or you just have certain clientele?
No, not at this point, and it's nothing really even to do with my work. It's just all my friends are military, and they've pounded, and I grew up around military, so they've pounded into my head that, there's sick people in this world, and right now I don't have the money for a security team. So, I've had problems with stalkers before I even started YouTube. So just imagine, there's people out there that get obsessed or whatever. So I'm trying to keep my... I'm a what?
I said, so you're a grocery clerk.
Exactly.
They have stalker issues.
Yeah.
I think you're...
You should tell
Every
people
time I leave Publix, I have to look in my mirror and make sure I know what's wrong.
You should tell people that, like, Jaeger's your on-call, ops teams, your security team, so that people mess with you, he's coming after them or something like that.
Well, the whole thing is, I don't want to inflict pain on anybody, so I don't want to even get anybody messing with me in order to have that. So until I can afford, something hardcore, then I'm going to keep it a secret.
Okay, just be that way.
Fine.
Is it like an online business, or is it like...
Put it to rest.
Okay, keep it a secret.
I bet your kids never are surprised on Christmas Day, because you're like, okay, this is what it is. I have to tell you.
No, I've learned the hard way. I just say, what do you want? And I write it down, and they know they're going to get it. So they're spoiled rotten.
Have we really gone for an hour and 49 minutes?
Oh.
Well, we kept trying to give Bunny Hunter a chance to join in. She was having technical problems, so
it's flown by.
Don't be mean to her.
How the time flies.
All right, well, I guess it is kind of late. I appreciate you stopping by, Bunny Hunter and Cheeky Prepper and Jeff and Tater Mouse and Zeke.
Jeff and Tater Mouse were both here.
Yeah.
Both of your personalities were here. That's amazing.
Jeff went to sleep. Tater Mouse is still awake. All right, well, I'm going to cut it off.
Okay, now Zach wants us to stand by, right?
Yeah, Zeke does.
Where we live and stuff, or what?
Yes.